Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday. Monday is tips day, and this day is part 2 of my tips from Dawn and my cruising tradition from Keith. Now you may notice if you watch these videos a lot that I'm wearing the same suit as last week. That is for one of 2 reasons. Number 1, I like to, what's the word I'm looking for? Award a suit to people that give me multiple tips, which I will wear each week as I do their tips. You be the judge which answer is correct. Is it answer A, that one, or answer B? If I do it this way, all I got to do is get up and turn the camera off and on and start again. You be the judge of which one it is. I'm going with A. Alright, Dawn, she sent me 7 total. We did 3 last week. And Keith sent me a couple of cruising traditions. And we'll do his second one this week. We did the first one last week. And I'm going to read the first paragraph again, Keith, because it made me feel good. Boom. Alright, number 4, which is number 1 this week from Dawn. Bring a tube of super glue, as I ended up breaking my partial in Catalina. I was there. I remember it. While eating lunch with friends. I had to go in search of super glue. I was able to purchase some and repaired my tooth in my cabin. And I was able to enjoy the rest of my cruise. It worked long enough for me to get home and get it replaced. I remember the day well. It was right by the Delano Beach Club. And very unfortunate. But fortunate for me because they comped everybody's dinner. I'm sorry. I just mean. That's mean, Dawn. That was mean. But yeah. Now, I would venture to go further on that statement and say the super glue very rarely would be for a broken tooth, but there are many other reasons why super glue might come in handy on a cruise. I would also add, be very, very careful that you don't, you open it and use it very carefully, because it's called super glue for a reason. It's super and it's gluey. Can't do it, so be careful. All right, good one to start with. Yeah, I still remember that day. Wasn't pleasant. But I got a free lunch. Boom! Number next. Another item to bring if you wear glasses is a repair kit. I can definitely vouch for that. And I'll give you an example of how it helped me. I'm a huge football fan. What you call soccer, we call football. And my team, the mighty Tractor Boys Ipswich Town Football Club, were playing a game in Milan against Inter Milan. And we'd won. It was a 2-leg game. We'd won the first leg, 1-0. And we thought we had a chance of beating the mighty Inter Milan in Milan. We lost 4-0 in the end, so whatever. Anyway, we were in this pub before the game. Shocker, I know. It's called the Football Pub. And we're all singing and chanting and have a good old time. And then we were getting ready to leave to go to the ground. And my lens fell out my glasses. The screw had come loose in the side. I've travelled all the way to Italy, and right before we go to the game, I can't see without these. Like if I take these off, I'm blind. Can't see a thing. Close up, but anything like that far away, done. And I was like, this is going to be a disaster, because I managed to get the screw. I found the screw on the floor after groping around for it, but I had no way of screwing it back in. We walk out the pub. Unbelievably, right across the street, opticians. I was able to go in there and they screwed it back in for me. I believe. So trust me, you could be in real trouble, because typically there's really tiny little screwdrivers on glasses, and good luck finding one of them anywhere. And I do. From that day onwards, like in my car, in the little glove compartment area, there's a little screwdriver for my glasses. So that may be the best tip from anybody that wears glasses perspective that you could give. Absolutely 100% bring a glasses repair kit. Love that one. I hadn't even read the next paragraph. I got carried away after the first line. I've had my glasses come loose at the hinges. I was able to go to the jewelry shop on board, and they were able to help me tighten the screw on my glasses for me. Since then, I always have one with me. Exactly what I said. Maybe I should have read on. We could have solved everything in one go. But hold on a second. If you had a glass repair kit, why did you have to go to the jewelry shop? Can you just do it yourself? Just throwing that one out there as a suggestion. Isn't the whole idea of a repair kit to be able to repair it? No. Moving on. Another helpful tip is, I'll be the definition of whether they're helpful, Dawn. Of course they're helpful. Joking. Another helpful tip is always bring 2 belts with you, because if one breaks, you have another. Fair enough. Fair enough. One more thing to bring. I'll give you another tip. Put enough weight on that you can barely do your pants up, so you don't need a belt. Got to lose some. Got to lose a lot. I looked at my belly this morning. Gotta go. It's getting hard at my age. I broke my ankle in COVID, very beginning of COVID, on Easter weekend, right at the very beginning, and that was the downhill slide. And at 57, and it's hard. It's hard because I cruise so much, and I gotta drink my Red Stripe. When am I going to exercise? And don't say in the morning, because I ain't getting up and going to the gym. God bless you if you do. I really want to. I really don't want to at the same time. Yes, but bringing 2 belts is good. Or bring a brand new one that's very unlikely to break. Don't know if I could fit 2 belts in with all my shoes and suits and stuff. And I don't wear a belt with the suits. So, because like I said, they're tight. And the last one from Dawn. An over-the-door shoe rack works great for holding items you want out. Oh, there's a comma. An over-the-door shoe rack works great for holding items you want out, but not all over the place. It's great for holding your snacks, flip-flops, swimwear, hair products, sunblock, etc., etc. You didn't write etc., but I added it in there for you because I know that's what you meant. And I've heard about people doing this all the time. Yes, absolutely great. And it's something I really think that we should probably start doing. And we have one. So why don't we just put it in our bag and bring it with us? They can't be expensive. Just go on Amazon and buy one. Probably get a cheap one for like $10, I would imagine. But yeah, a lot of people say that. So I don't know why I've never done it. I don't know about holding snacks because, number one, why would you want snacks on a cruise ship? There's food everywhere. I hear the people saying the food's not that good anymore, but there's enough food that you do like that you could go get a snack. Calm down, people. Calm down. Yes. Swimwear when it's dry, I would like to add. Anyways, all right, good. Thank you, Dawn. 7 great tips in 2 weeks. See how easy it is, everybody? Send me your tips, and I'll be as nice as possible. I think I was fairly nice to Dawn, because I know Dawn very well. So I can push the button a little bit. Not that button, the other buttons. All right. Keith's second cruising tradition. Last one was great, if you remember. It was about the model ships on board. And I'm going to repeat Keith's first paragraph and pretend I didn't read it last week. So let's just, from scratch, I haven't read this. Let's just read and see what Keith's first paragraph says. And then I'll read his second cruising tradition, which I genuinely haven't read. All right. Hi, Mick. Greetings. Hope you are enjoying the summer. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. I have a couple of personal cruising traditions I would like to share. We did one last week, second one this week. Firstly, I want to acknowledge that I enjoy watching your channel very much. Oh. Keith. Oh, you shouldn't. It'll make me blush. Oh, as Julie says, I got no Robin Redbreast. Never read that before. I may have read it a few times. You be the judge. You make my Mondays entertaining watching and listening to you. I am either smiling or laughing. As you might suspect, living in New Jersey in the Northeast, it's difficult to cruise as frequently as we, with my wife, would like, but it does make for a fabulous and cost-effective vacation. We usually like to take a cruise once every couple of years. Our favourite cruise line like yours is Carnival. I would like to offer a couple of my cruise traditions. Great statements all the way through that, actually. And I would add on to that one more thing. And I say this all the time, and it's like beating a dead horse. But if you only cruise once or twice a year, or once a year, or whatever you do a year, try and book it as early as possible. I know sometimes you can't actually save a date 2 or 3 years out, but if you can, as soon as Carnival announces their cruise itineraries, book, because 99% of the time, you're not gonna get a cabin that cheap later on. It's always going to be cheaper at the very beginning, because they monitor how the cabins sell, and as they sell, they increase the price unless you get really nice offers like casino offers and stuff. It's never going to be cheaper than when it first comes out, in my experience. Not a guarantee. We have cruises booked through the end of 25. I am waiting for 2025 later year ones coming out. Inside scoop, right before I get to Keith's tradition, I am going to be making, with my good friend Jim, we are going to be booking a big room block on an ABC cruise on the horizon in late 2025. So if anybody wants to join us on that, I will be doing a whole show on it coming up soon as the schedule is announced of itineraries. At the end of 25. Don't book anything at the end of 25. If you want to do an ABC 8-day cruise with me and Jim, Jim wears suits like me, but Jim's like baby suit guy because he hasn't got shoes. I always give him a hard time about it. Certainly hasn't had socks or underwear. I do. All right, number 2. Another tradition that I would offer is to encourage everybody to participate in the karaoke event on board. I love Keith. This is only going to get better from here on out. Oh, I have a lot to say about this. As you know, there are several on every sailing. I like to pretend to be a rock star or a crooner. Every cruiser should have a couple of songs ready to go that fits one's vocal range. Gonna disagree with you there, Keith. Too often cruisers will sing songs that are out of their vocal range, and even those with a good voice can mess up a tune that isn't the right fit. I usually prepare or practice a few songs before the vacation to have in my repertoire so as not to waste time. I recommend everyone have a soft or sentimental ballad and a more upbeat tempo piece as well. Obviously, the karaoke machine on board may not have every song ever recorded, so one needs to have a backup number. On my recent sailing to the Western Caribbean on the Horizon in July, Horizon, topical, every karaoke event was packed. Not enough time for everybody to sing twice. The audience was singing along and cheering the performers on stage. We heard soul, pop and rock music by young and old on the ship. I have to say that it was one of the highlights of my vacation. My wife, again, you didn't say your wife's name, Keith. I need to know so I can give you both kudos. Recorded my performance, A Standard by Frank Sinatra, and we can view it whenever we want to bring back our good times. Thank you for your outstanding work at promoting cruising. Keep up the great content, Keith. Now, Keith, here we go with this one. This is the... We both love karaoke. Clearly for different reasons, Keith. Because I am one of those people that is just terrible at karaoke. But I like to give it a shot. I can tell that you are a very good singer. So if we cruise together, probably not a good idea to do a duet. I would, unless you want to look really good. I don't know what my key is. What did you say again? That fit one's vocal range. Out of the vocal range. Yeah, you didn't say keys. I thought you said keys. My vocal range is that's about it. That's all I got. I got one. So I try and sing songs that don't have a range. I give my go-tos. And if you're ever on a cruise ship with me, I'm going to be in the karaoke. In a suit. And people, they'll see me walking up to the stage and they'll either be like a little buzz of excitement or just people walking out. It's fine. I don't care. I sing It's Not Unusual by Tom Jones. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. Because he's like, down. Play that funky music. No, play that funky music. I've got no tone. I Will Survive. That's a good one. And then if I'm feeling really, adventurous, I will sing Party in the USA. I like to do Shout. That's my favourite one to do, is Shout. But they don't have it on the karaoke. As Keith said, they don't have every song. I'm really surprised they don't have Shout. They have this one, 9-minute version. I ain't doing the 9-minute version. We were in Vegas once, and they did the 9-minute version, and I couldn't. It was too long. I just did the Die and Fly and gave up. But yeah, songs like that is what I love to do. You'll never get me doing a ballad. Although I was thinking about this the other day, because I was watching there was this thing on Netflix, and they had Boys to Men doing The End of the Road. And I was like, ooh, should I do that one? But I would be so bad, I would just destroy the song. So I won't do that, because I respect how great Boys to Men were, and I'm not going to destroy it. People look at me like, how dare you do that to my song? When you can't sing, don't do a ballad. Do a more upbeat one that can kind of disguise the fact that you can't sing, because the fun of doing the song will bring everybody into that song. September by Earth, Wind and Fire might be another good one to do. I think a lot of disco songs didn't have much tone in them, so it should be, a lot of those ones I suggested were disco. But then I also want to do I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys. So that would be, that's like a ballad that's fun. It's kind of like Don't Stop Believing by Journey, but I would never do that in a karaoke, because I'll probably be in the piano bar later on and I'll hear it. You know, I don't want to hear that twice. So yeah, so I love it. Karaoke. Listen, it kind of goes with everything. Do something on a cruise ship you wouldn't feel comfortable doing at home. These people aren't going to see you again. But if you do something fun, especially early in the cruise, and I'll explain why. As early as you can in the cruise, do something fun. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to make new friends. I explain myself. I go on the cruise in these suits, right? I'm no more special than anybody else on that cruise. I just have the cojones to wear these suits, and my wife the dresses. If I wore regular clothes, walking around the ship on Monday, and the cruise started on Sunday, no one's going to talk to me on Tuesday. But the fact that I wear these suits, people always come up and talk to me. So, do something that gets you recognised. You'll make new friends. Brilliant. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Dawn. That's a good cruising tradition. Probably nobody's still watching. You probably switched off. Like, I see the average time people watch these videos. Very few people watch to the end. But hopefully you did, because I think that was great. Keep them coming. Send me your cruising tips. Send me your cruising traditions. If you have any questions, my email is coming up at the end of this. If you want to subscribe to this little channel, please do so. There's a little bell you can subscribe. You get notifications when my videos come out. I try and do 3 a week. Cruising tips on Monday, a cruising cabin tour on Thursday, and a miscellaneous one on Saturday. So, and if you have any ideas and suggestions on videos I should do, email me those as well. Doesn't just have to be tips. Mick, why don't you do a video on bum 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 bum? And I will do my best to do that video for you. And with that, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.